Well, we are officially through the first full week of the 2025 NBA playoffs, and there is no doubt things have, by and large, been going according to plan. The Thunder, who are by far the best team in the league, just steamrolled their way through the opening series for them, swiftly sweeping away the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, we are likely a few weeks away from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander hoisting an MVP trophy in some home game against some opponent, of which we are still unsure just who exactly that will be. And the reason we are unsure of who the Oklahoma City Thunder will draw in the next round is because the real league MVP, Nikola Jokic, is doing work against the LA Clippers. And through 4 games of these playoffs for both SGA and Jokic, this stat will be the most mind-boggling Nikola Jokic stat you have literally ever heard. And no, that is not hyperbole. This one really will blow your mind. But first, guys, if you aren't subscribed to me at this time, please consider doing so to help me reach my goal of 100,000 subscribers in the year of 2025. I can't do it without you, just like Nikola Jokic can't feasibly compete for an NBA championship with the supporting cast that he currently has. And this insane, mind-blowing stat will really bear that point out for you. For starters, many have been talking about how this era's pace, spacing, possessions, and lack of defense has fundamentally inflated the statistical output, rendering many of the milestones like Jokic's triple-double average this year somewhat moot. And I have actually been an outspoken proponent of this. After all, with league-wide scoring hitting in the 115 range for the last 3 years now, of course, these stats shouldn't be viewed the same way as, say, Kobe Bryant's, who was doing it in a league where average nightly scoring was literally 20 points per game less. But not so fast as it pertains to Nikola Jokic, because the Denver Nuggets are now scoring only 99 points per game in these playoffs. If you want to argue, say that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's numbers in these playoffs are still skewed, well, that is of course a valid argument, as the Thunder are scoring 120 points per game currently. But not only are the Nuggets as a team under 100, but they are also playing a team in the Clippers who are great defensively. They finished 4th in net defensive rating during the regular season, but they reached that ranking despite being without Kawhi Leonard for nearly 50 games. Leonard, who is a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. So that 4th place finish in the regular season really isn't indicative of just how good they are right now. While they also have Zubats, a positional counterpart of Nikola Jokic, who will be named first-team All-NBA defense and was a Defensive Player of the Year finalist this season. So while playing that team in a series his team is now under 100 points per game in, Jokic is, still averaging nearly a 30-point triple-double. And how does 28.5 points per game, 13.5 rebounds, and 11 assists grab you so far in this series, while shooting 54% from the field and 48% from the three-point line? So essentially, the same damn averages he laid down in the regular season. And now, I really do hate to continually harp on the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comparisons here. And that is primarily because I do think so highly of Shai. He is very arguably the best player in the NBA behind only Nikola Jokic, so I don't want it to sound like I'm bad-mouthing or disparaging SGA in any way, but the comparisons are only natural. They're inevitable because these two players are going to finish first and second in league MVP voting, and they've been holding those 1 and 2 spots for the entire season. And now they have both completed 4 games into their playoff runs. Looking at the net rating swings per 100 possessions, there is literally no doubt which one of these two players is more valuable to their team. The net rating measures a team's performance per 100 possessions a player is on the floor, and that is total points per 100, factoring in both offensive and defensive possessions. Both Jokic and Shai have now played in 4 games, but the first thing which stands out is just how many more minutes Jokic is forced to play than Shai, with SGA playing in 140 minutes to this point and sitting out for 52 minutes, whereas Jokic has played in 169 minutes and sat for only 28. And when you see the net rating swing, you will understand why that is. In the time Shai has been on the court, the Thunder are sporting an absurd plus 14.17, which is, no doubt, substantially higher than the Nuggets net rating with Jokic on the floor, a meager minus 0.42. However, looking at the team's production and performance without these players on the court, well, the Thunder are actually better without Shai, much better, as they are plus 30.83 without SGA through 4 games. The Nuggets, meanwhile, fall off of a literal cliff without Jokic, and I do mean fall off of a cliff, as they are sitting at a minus 56.4 per 100 possessions without Jokic. So looking at the total net rating swing, and SGA is actually minus 17 per 100 possessions he is on the floor, whereas Jokic is plus 56. So in the first 4 games of the playoffs, Nikola Jokic is adding 73 more total points than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander per 100 possessions. And for his efforts, he is deadlocked in a 2-2 series, while SGA is going to be kicking his feet up and resting for the next week, as they have already swept through their series. This is the exact reason Jokic should be accepting the trophy in about 2 weeks' time for League MVP, and there is still a very strong chance that acceptance would come at a postal center in Serbia, because he very well might be out of the playoffs altogether at that point. And it will be because of the glaring and egregious talent discrepancy of players surrounding him. With Jokic off of the court per 100 possessions in these playoffs, the Nuggets are scoring 61 points per game, and their true shooting percentage as a team is at 31%. With him on the court, the team's shooting percentage rises to 57%. There is no better floor riser, maybe in league history, than this guy, but he can only take this collection of deadbeats so far. It is why he didn't win a title last year, and why he realistically cannot feasibly compete for one now. Well, guys, that's all for me at this point, but please do make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and stay up to date with more from me. Until next time.